Hi everyone, welcome back to Creatively Crafted Life. This is Melanie, and we are still tackling the various bins and containers, in my preliminary sort. I hope you are continuing to work on yours as well, so that eventually we can get around to looking at our systems and tweaking those. So I do have one basket left that is a bit of a mystery. So I do have a few other containers lying around, but they are already kind of pre-sorted. So for instance, I have one that I'm going to deal with my Zone 1 stuff in it. I've got one with mixed media. You get the idea. So I think this looks worse than it is. I sure am hoping, but let me pull out what's in here and we can walk through what I've got. Okay, so I have a bag full of bags. This is part of the organization tools that I have, if you will. I need a better solution for that. It's just completely overwhelming, the number of containers and bags and stuff that I have. But for now, I'm just going to put these with the rest of the empties, and I will deal with that at a later date. I also have these record sleeves. They're 12 3/4 by 13 inches. I picked these up off of Amazon. I think they were relatively inexpensive for 100 sleeves. I use these for storing my kits. And speaking of which, I will show you exactly what I do with these. So I'm a subscriber to the Echo Park kit, and the kit that came in January is all here. And I don't like to keep it in these cellophane packages. Well, I've talked about this before. I don't like the sticky bit, and I don't like the crinkle of this plastic. I'd rather have the polypropylene plastic instead of this kind of cellophane kind of plastic. So what I do when I get a kit is I pull one of these sleeves out. Now, I did, something that you shouldn't do, and I left this in the basket and it did get a little crinkled, but that's okay. It will straighten out. So the first thing I do is I will pull out the paper. So this is Winter Market from Cartabella, and it comes with a sticker sheet, and I'm just going to flip through the papers because I haven't had a chance to look at them yet, and this way you get a chance to see them as well. It's got a cocoa sheet. This is called Swirly Snowflakes. The back side, of course, is the snowflakes. What a pretty blue. I really like that. We've got a stripe, and this is called Stay Cozy. And then the other side has a rabbit, penguin, bear, and snowman, and I guess this is a fox. That's cute paper. This is called Frosty Plaid. It has snowflake, tone on tone, and then on this side has a navy blue, I think. Might be black and blue plaid. This one is called Tags, and you could cut these into borders if you wanted to, or use this as a backdrop, of course. You could even fussy cut these if you're into cutting out really small images. Oh, this is cool. That's why it's called Tags. Look at all the tags on here. Some of these would be great to use as tags for gifts, and some of them would be also great to use on cards, like thank you, just for you, we make a perfect pair. Yeah, very cool. This one is called I Love Winter. It's that dark color again. It's hard to tell if it's black or blue. And then it has a tree print on the back side. What's nice about something like this is, even though this is a winter collection, you could easily use this for say an outdoor event in the summer because it's just trees. We've got 4x6 journaling cards. Has this snowflake print on the one side and then the journaling cards on the other. I like that they're doing journaling cards in all different sizes, so it's not just 4x6 and 3x4, that they're understanding that not everybody does pocket scrapbooking, and that just makes it a little more user-friendly. This one is called Skier, so it's got little mountain peaks and then snowflakes. And the other side, of course, has the skiers. They've got a very watercolor look to them. We have 4x4 journaling cards. This kind of has a leaf and stem kind of cluster. And then 4x4 cards. Another snowflake print. They really went to town with that. This is called Snowmen. And again, another one of those border type ones with a bunch of different snowmen on them. And then Let It Snow. This has like a Nordic kind of print. I don't know if you can see that. A Nordic kind of feel to it. And then a green and blue snowflake. And then they do have 3x4 cards, journaling cards. This is a white dot on a mint green background. I guess it's supposed to look like snow. And then the 3x4 cards, again, while they say 3x4, a lot of them are smaller pieces you could cut into. You know, Let It Snow, you could cut that as a banner and use it on a card. A bunch of labels down here. I'm very happy with the direction these guys are going in. And then we have a winter floral. This almost looks like a quilt pattern. And then on this side is that same kind of sprig, but now in a larger print on a dark background. When you purchase, or when you get kits from Echo Park, they give you an inspiration sheet with instructions on the back for a couple of the projects. You don't always get the same thing every time as far as embellishments go. This time we got the enamel dots, ephemera pack, I'll show you what that looks like, a 6x6 paper pad. There almost always is a stamp set, and that's what this one looks like, and the chipboard. Sorry for the glare. So the stamp set I will put in my inventory. The 6x6 paper pad I used to keep with the collection, but I decided it just doesn't make much sense there, that I would put this with my 6x6 paper pads instead. So that's where that's going to go. And the rest of this, including the inspiration sheet, will end up in that record sleeve. And I like to put the stickers on one side, and if it has a cover sheet for the collection, I will put it on the other one. This one didn't come with that, so I'm just going to put a print that has the majority of the colors from the collection in them. Slide that in. Add the chipboard and the ephemera and the enamel dots. And then this will go over where I have my flat collections. And by flat, I mean there's not a whole lot of bulky embellishments. If I have stuff with, you know, thicker packaging and I have more, I do store those a little bit different if I have space. And that's basically in my closet. I hang them off of clothes hangers. Okay, so that's where this is going to go. 6x6 and stamp inventory. I do need to just make note that this is called Winter Market. So I found another Iris bin. This has some old family photos, vintage photos, that kind of thing. So it is another project bin for me. And I am maxed out in where I'm storing all the other ones, but I do have space in my hanging scub thing in my closet. So that's where this is going to go. You know, I may change it at some point, but for now that's going to be its home. Guess what? I found another art journal. This is actually for a class that I'm taking called Wanderlust. It's by Everything Art, and it's a year-long art class, and I haven't started it yet. I need to get working on this. I have one of these IKEA containers. I actually hang this off the edge of my table tidy. Yes, another one. I hang it off the left-hand side of me, and what I put in there are my heat guns. So those were also in that bin, and these need to go back to their home. I totally forgot about these when I went through my Zone Zero. I do keep these near my desk because I will be more likely to emboss if they are readily available. And I like to use the Heat It tool from Ranger when I'm doing mixed media just to help dry things. I also have a bin with some chamois that I use for cleaning stamps and some microfiber rags that I use for just cleaning up messes. Not really messy messes, that I use paper towels for, but if it's something a little less messy that I can wash, you know, wash this out of, I will do that. I just have this in this little bin for now. This is not ideal, and I would like to have a better solution for storing these, but it's what I have right now. And this is also going to stay in my zone 0, but I think I might put these underneath my desk in the new second layer. I also have a couple tins. I have transferred all my pencils into like pencil binder cases, which is my preferred method for storing them. I have a hard time getting rid of these because they're so nice that maybe they will work for something else. I have no idea what, but for now these are going to go with my empty storage bins, and I will have to deal with that when I deal with that and figure out if it's time to let them go or find a way to repurpose them. Okay, so what's left? I've got a pin, I've got some wood veneer shapes, I've got some, they look like brads, but they are sticker brads, I guess, if you will. I have a bunch of card fronts that I was making Christmas cards, what do they call it, decoupage or paper towel Christmas cards out of. And I've got an assortment of card bases and envelopes, an acetate sheet, library card, a discount card, I should keep that. More items from my crafty calendar, so I'm just going to type up these journal prompts and keep them for reference and then toss the individuals. I have some scraps from Christmas cards. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this yet. I kind of consider this part of mixed media art journaling, so that's just going to get transferred over to that bin. These are ornament holders that needs to go in my Christmas supplies, and this is an organization tray, which I've showed before. I like to use these while I'm working. So the cards and envelopes are just going to go in my blank card and envelope storage box. This is going to go in with my journaling cards, wood veneer. Not sure where I'm going to put those exactly yet. I might just stick them with my enamel dots, and I need something to store the pins on. I haven't come up with a solution yet. And this is going to go with my Christmas papers. And what do we have left? So that takes care of all of that. And then I have some really old supplies for making memories. I think it's from it's from 2008. It's some 8x8 pads and some ephemera pieces. And I had pulled this out because I wanted to use them for something, and I don't remember what. It was for a project of some sort. I think that's going to be one of my next projects, is use this up. It's time for it to go. I also have one of these hanging plastic, I don't even call them letter holders, if you will. And I have a bunch of odds and ends in here. I have things like some 12 by 12 vinyl sheets. I have my silhouette mat. I have a very old Creative Memories storyline stencils. This shouldn't go in here. This should go with my stenciling. I still do use this occasionally, although it's been a long time, probably because it was buried in here. So that's going to go with my stencils. What else do I got here? CDR tray. I think this was for a printer, maybe? I could probably toss this because I'm not ever going to print a label on a CDR, I don't think. Some more vinyl. And this, I believe, is from my light, what do you call it? My glow screen or whatever from Colorpillar, I think. I've been looking for this, so I'm going to test that out, make sure that that's what that is. And what else we got in here? I think that's pretty much it. So what am I going to do with these? Well, the silhouette stuff I think would only make sense to keep close to my silhouette. I moved my silhouette over to my desk area underneath, so I'm thinking I could use some command hooks and attach this to the calyx unit on the side right below it. I think that would be a perfect spot. So that's what I will probably work on at some point. Just gonna make sure that everything in here I want to keep in here, and that's what I will do. I have a few more things that I want to attach to my desk, so I might just show that in a separate video. And what else? I've got one bag here that is full of, so I have cards and I have stickers and chipboard. So how about we do this? How many do I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 items. So the first 8 people that email me their address, I will send you a card with one of these items in there. Email your address to acreativelycraftedlife@gmail.com. So like I said, the first 8 people that email me their full address, and make sure it's spelled out exactly as it needs to appear in the envelope, whether you're international or not, that's fine, and I will mail you a card with one of these items. Okay, I think that would be fun, and that helps solve what to do with this. So I think that is where I am going to leave off today. I've gone through that basket. It wasn't too bad. Like I said, I do have a few things to put away, and I might come back midweek and show you where I hang this up and what else I add to my desk. I think so. So stay tuned for that. And I'm challenging you this week to tackle another box, basket, or bin that you have in your room that you aren't quite sure what's in there. Make sure you go through it, sort it, put it away if you have a space. And if not, just categorize it so that when we get to that particular item, you have things ready to go. Thanks for joining me, and until next time, happy organizing.